welcome to Corethentic Zen. This is meditation number 11, and I'm your host today, Flick Manning, founder of Corethentic. Today's meditation is going to be focusing on bringing more of an understanding and more of an emphasis on accepting the place of vulnerability in our lives. For most people in the modern world, vulnerability has been associated with shame and with weakness. And so when we think about being vulnerable, it's a place that makes us feel very uncomfortable and very unsafe. But the research from all of the top minds in the world coming out is actually showing that vulnerability is a key component to courage, to strength, and to living an authentic and overall more healthy life. We know from a scientific point of view that when we are being true to ourselves, when we are truly connected between the brain and the body, when we're clear on our purpose and we chase it, that we empower our body to be resilient, to be strong, and ultimately this leads to us living a fulfilling and more healthy life than what we would otherwise. So when we're making changes, particularly using mindfulness techniques, there comes a time where it starts to feel a little bit uncomfortable because you are stepping outside of your original comfort zone, the area that has not worked for you. And as you move into becoming this new, upgraded version of yourself who is more strong and more resilient, one of the steps is that in-between transition. And that in-between transition is vulnerability. During this phase, it's very common for people to try to retreat, try to go back to the old version of themselves. However, you have already developed and grown past that point. So spending energy trying to return to the old you is actually just a waste of your very valuable energy and will ultimately lead to you feeling more emotionally confused. So today we're going to try and focus on accepting that vulnerability is a necessary step in any evolution we make in life. And although it may feel a little uncomfortable and maybe even a little scary, this is the place where good things come from. So if you're currently going through that transition phase, or you're beginning your mindfulness practices for the first time, and you'll now know that this is something that may come for a short period of time, when you do reach that point, I encourage you to embrace it by bringing that into your meditation, taking a few deep breaths and allowing yourself to settle empathetically, kindly and patiently on the concept that vulnerability is actually part of your strength and a key component to you getting the life and the well-being that you so rightly deserve. So with that in mind, I would love for you to get yourself into a comfortable position now, whether it's sitting up or laying down, and just start by taking a few breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, nice and deeply, nice and evenly. And on your next exhale, just closing your eyes and allowing yourself to become adjusted to the energy and the feeling in the room. Allowing your breath now to return to its normal pattern. Today we're going to bring our focus to a few specific physical locations in the body to allow us to relax a little bit more and become slightly more comfortable. So now I would like you to focus on your toes for a moment. Wiggle them gently if you can. Scrunch them up nice and tight and then relax. Bringing your attention now to your shoulders. I'd like you to manually drop them down. Allow them to relax. In doing so, you will release the pressure on your neck. And finally, just relaxing the facial muscles and the jaw. No frowning, no smiling, No clenched teeth, just everything relaxed. And now I'd like you to circulate this mantra in your mind. And as you do so, just focusing on allowing your breathing to be very natural. If you start to feel any sense of tension in those areas, the toes, the neck, the shoulders, or the face, just allowing yourself to manually drop them. You don't have to overanalyze. There's no blame. There's no problem if you do feel tension. Just a chance to observe how your body reacts to the concept of vulnerability. The mantra I would like for you to repeat in your mind over and over again now is this: my vulnerability leads to my well-being. Just circulating that again in your mind. My vulnerability leads to my well-being. And now you can just bring an end to the use of the mantra in your mind, just focusing now only on the breathing, the sensation of the rise and fall in the diaphragm or the ribs, as that beautiful life force makes its way through your body, allowing you to manually let go of any tension in those areas of the body as you breathe. And now gently just allowing some of the sounds and the smells, the energy of the room around you to enter into your space, becoming more aware of it and more at peace with it. And when you're ready, just gently blinking your eyes and adjusting to the light in the room. Before rushing off and moving, just taking a moment of gratitude that you gave your space to your mind, created room to do this important processing, remembering that everything in life is connected. And by making space for that, making space to sit through the uncomfortable moments allows you to no longer process it all physically and instead manifest it outside of yourself, allowing yourself to become more resilient, more strong, more courageous, and more authentically who you are exactly supposed to be. Well done. I hope that you find that the rest of today or tonight is more peaceful. And you can always return to the breath whenever you're feeling that tension in the body, just allowing it to move through you very gently. Thank you for joining me in this session, and I look forward to guiding your next session. Be well, be Zen, be Corethentic.